Welcome to another portfolio review. This time our request is from Decay&Rot. He's saying, looking for guidance. I got a lot of guidance to give you. In term, starting to get my portfolio seriously up to standard and hireable level. I don't know why you quotation marked that, but I don't have any experience breaking into art industry or taking even small gigs. Alright. I see you. I see you. Let me stop the music there. Sad victim. Okay, so first look into your portfolio is that you know how to render. That's it. Like you have really good rendering skills to the point where you could already get I feel like just your rendering skills you could get even medium type of work for sure. The only thing that your portfolio lacks is, you know, the guy we were critiquing two times ago. You have the opposite of him. This guy. Let me open it up. Here, Ronaldo. Do you remember Ronaldo? Yeah. If you two fusioned, you'd be like Omega. You take over the art industry. So maybe just fusion. That's it. That's the end of my critique. Thank you. I'm kidding. So the first thing is fusion. This looks great. Now, okay. You didn't specify what kind of work you wanted. So I'm just gonna give you a critique or help you, generally speaking. These are great. These are really, really nice. I feel like your icons are solid. Or icons. These are pretty much icons, right? As far as from a rendering point of view, you don't really need any help. You're going in the right direction. I mean, I can see issues here and there, but I'm not going to focus on them because it's not the biggest problem. The biggest problem is you should focus on some of your design. Now, for example, while these look great, one thing... Oh, this is a great example of what to do in your own work. The shapes, there's a variety of thick, readable shapes with a nice mix of smaller detail to it, and everything, all of the shapes read the same. This is a strong one. It pops, it's very easy to read. But then you go to maybe some of, like this one. Oh, this one is not too bad either. But this one here, you're lacking a bit of what I mentioned moments ago, which is like, for example, the face should be a lot more readable. The border maybe even bigger than what it is. You have a lot of the same width, thickness of shapes throughout everything, which is making it all feel a bit confusing to look at. This one is very good, although I would ×2 this. The order of the feathers are nice, or sorry, not order. The amount of feathers are nice. But for example, there's no hierarchy of... it should have gone from thickest or biggest, then second, third, and the fourth smallest one. Or you could... I'm just giving you one of many ideas. You could obviously alternate. But I am seeing a lot of that in your work overall. So for example, here... actually, before I continue and get to that, even more importantly, I feel like some of your images lack purpose. So, for example, what am I hiring you for? You need to think of that. You know, are these character illustrations? Are these just illustrations? These are random requests, but that doesn't really help me much. You know, as an AD, I can't really think. Obviously, this one is like a splash art, although the canvas for this one is too rectangular. Splash arts, whenever you do them, they have to be wide. Yeah, I mean, in most of your work, it needs. Oh, this. So you see, like, this second option here is way better, but then there's some issues here with it's not exactly like the character. The character is not blending with the edges, like, but I feel like you either could have him way more in or popping out of the silhouette of the square, you know, because it's all about silhouettes. Especially for illustrations is a lot of that. Again, your rendering is great, but you need to focus more on the drawing. I'm seeing some issues with anatomy. I mean, everyone has them, but storytelling could be better. This is not bad, but you could have improved a lot more on this as far as storytelling goes. You got a nice Zenyatta painting, which is pretty cool too. But again, like, I'm trying to think of what else to really tell you. Your portfolio lacks purpose. That is literally the problem. Do you want to be a character artist? I mean, pick one thing that you do a few of and set them in groups, you know. You have a lot of one-offs type of thing, like just this character that seems to not match with anything. I mean, I know this is from Neo. I'm kidding. You have a chibi character here. I know it's Sekiro. Yeah, man. Like, okay, so focus on do 3 ofs from this moment on. I feel like your first post is really in the good direction. You have multiple sets of icons, and I mean, I could see these logos being used on projects and stuff like that. Like UI, I could see you being hired for UI stuff, for example, just based on this in this post here, and you do it very, very well. Now with everything else, so if you want splash art, do multiples of splash art and like line them up next to each other, or have a post that have multiple ones if you want to. And then do another set of just characters, but not just characters randomly. You need to make like theme it, you know. So for example, let's say that you create a small world, like very, very small, and you create 3 characters for that small world, and that's it. And then you move on to the next thing, and you do 3 of something else in a theme, or in a, like, make it so that it feels like it belongs together. Because I'm looking at your portfolio, and it's just random stuff, like, spread out. Of course, I think if you maybe cropped a couple of things, like, this is very well painted, man, like, as far as the rendering goes, but the anatomy is completely broken. I know it's supposed to be a chibi, but even on chibi ways, it's like there's a lot of broken stuff here. I know this is old because I think I remember seeing this before. I would focus on drawing. It's your biggest weakness, based on what I see. Some of this stuff seem to be okay, but some others seem to be quite broken. Even this here seems to be a little, like, I'm looking at the drawing. Yeah, you follow your sketch way too much. I don't know if this is actually a sketch or line art, but I feel like if you are going to follow it so much, I think you have the same problem as I used to have a lot, which is if something was in the line art, I would follow it until the very end of the render, only to realize that there was shit broken, that it felt like it was too late to clean or to fix, you know. But yeah, you definitely, if you're gonna follow your line art so much, make sure you spend a lot of time to fix it. Yeah, I think you have pretty much the same problem as I used to. Yeah, you get too attached to the sketch. Yeah, if you do that, which is not a problem, man. It just means that you're gonna have to spend a lot more time in the beginning of your images to make sure that everything is okay, or you're gonna have to rewire the way you work and be like, okay, I'm not attached to this. I'm definitely gonna fix it as I go, which can work just fine as well. Although, you know, rewiring tends to be way harder than, you know, continue to do what you do, but you're more careful every step of the way. Knowing that you are too attached to the sketch, you need to trust that you don't just follow it. I mean, or if you're just gonna follow it, you make sure that it's really as good as it can be, and it's not a sketch anymore. It's a drawing from that point on. But yeah, man, I feel like you are again. You focus on that. I would reorganize. Oh, one thing that I always say in most portfolios is that you're only as good as your worst image. It's a saying that you hear everyone saying it, but it's very true, especially as an art. If I was an art director trying to hire you to do illustrations or character rendered work, first of all, I'm looking at your work right now. I tell you what I would hire you for, or what I could see hiring you for, and what I would not hire you for. Definitely icons, you seem to be very, very good. Oh, like emblems, there you go. You seem to be very good with it. So that is a no-brainer. I would absolutely hire you and pay you well. Illustrations, only for things that are already sort of like established. I would not hire you for design overall. Not at the moment. So you may want to focus on that as well. Some of the storytelling on these things on these images could be like a lot better. It's not. I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm just saying that you could go deeper with it. You could think about less. Again, I say this with the utmost love. Don't be mad at me, but try to be less generic. It's okay to be generic. It really is, because you can show that you can do something that has been done several times really, really well. It's not a problem. I'm just saying that you should have a mix of try to really think of creative ideas and also do things that everyone else does, and you're just showing that you can do it also very well. I'll say this with the utmost love, but are you blind? Like, really, like, I don't know, I can't think of any word for it. Just then, you know, some of these ideas feel like I've seen it everywhere, and that is not a bad thing, like I said. I promise you I'm not being mean. Yeah, 100%, I get you, don't worry. I also get the feeling lately that my stuff are too common, generic. Honestly, the emblems are... I'm in love with these. Actually, this one I have no idea what is this. Yeah, I would remove this one. But everything else is like, fuck, dude, it's fucking cool. I almost want to hire you to make my emblem. They're that good. I don't understand why all of these are black and then suddenly I'm blinding my eyes. I understand that this is black too, but like you could have gone with a gray or something. But I'm just bitching at this point. But yeah, man, I hope that helped. I would absolutely go and rewatch what I said about Ronaldo, that he does really, really well. I think you're lacking in that. And you could definitely follow example, and Ronaldo could follow your example as far as rendering and even drawing goes. But yeah, man, that concludes another portfolio review. Don't forget, chat, tier 1s get art and portfolio reviews. All you gotta do is post on Discord in the art reviews room, which is a sub-only room. And tier 2 subs get paintovers. We have playlists for both the reviews and the paintovers. So if you have no money to support the channel, then you can still make use of other people that can by looking at the videos of other people that I said very nice things to, and maybe it'll apply to your own.